Alright, here we go. This is a World Cup game. We are at the semifinals now, so this is between Sweden and Greece. Representing Sweden is going to be Dirty Deeds, the player on the bottom, playing Unicorn. And representing Greece is Demagogue, playing Phoenix. I believe this is the first game of this series. So whoever wins this game will earn their team a 1-0 lead. And they'll only need one more win to advance to the finals. On the other side of the bracket, we have Germany and Switzerland. So the winner of this series will play against the winner of that series for the finals. Ooh. Okay, so right away we have Moto Nergui with 2 Fate. He could buy a Battle Maiden recruit for 0 here, just for that extra character if he wants. At the risk of giving up the passing Fate, Demagogue plays an Ethereal Dreamer with 3 Fate. The Unicorn player does have 2 Assassinates. So that's interesting. Maybe he's going to play a Finger of Jade on it. These are actually some interesting lists here. So the Unicorn deck is running Crab Splash. He has 3 Rebuild, 1 Spreading the Darkness, 1 Reprieve, 2 Skirmishers. That is a pretty crazy splash. He actually has no Imperial Palace either, which is interesting. He's running Charge as his restricted list card. And then on the other side, the Phoenix player is splashing Unicorn, which is also very interesting. I mean, Unicorn is a good splash, but he's actually splashing it for 3 Invocation of Ash and 1 Wayfinder, which is definitely not what you'd expect out of a Unicorn splash. Definitely a little bit interesting there. He does have 3 Finger of Jades, so we might see him play one on this Dreamer to prevent it from getting assassinated. Wow, he doesn't have an Imperial Palace either. Yeah, that's a little bit strange. He actually has 2 Secluded Shrines as well. I mean, I know Demagogue is known for playing decks that are a little bit abnormal, but he is a very good player, so he's usually able to make it work. Ooh, 2 court games, though. And then the other player doesn't have any court games, so there are only 2 court games total in this game. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, so we see Nergui attacking water here at Fertile Fields. The Ethereal Dreamer did get used on the Earth Ring. He'll probably be trying to claim that Earth Ring this turn to turn on these Solemn Scholars. Unfortunately, he is not first player. So Unicorn does get an attack in here before that can happen. We do see the Finger of Jade on the Ethereal Dreamer, so no Assassinate. Ooh, there's a charge, though, on the regulars here. Oh, I guess these are... Man, I'm trying to remember what roles Phoenix has right now. I know at Worlds they picked, like, Keeper of Air or something. They had Keeper of Water from last Worlds, right? And then Seeker of Air from the votes. I don't know why I can't remember, but we do see an earth attack here. Fertile Fields did break, so the irregulars got to use their ability and then sacrificed with the stronghold to get another military attack. One of the Solemn Scholars got bowed with the Water Ring. As long as Demagogue wins this conflict, which he does, he'll have both of these Solemn Scholars turned on, so Unicorn should not be able to get any kind of attack in here. I'm pretty sure, because he'll just bow whoever's attacking. The Battle Maiden does have 2 military since he claimed that Water Ring. We're waiting on an Upholding Authority here. Demagogue has 8 cards in hand. He played an Embrace the Void there, so he probably had another one of those in his hand and just didn't want both of them to get discarded. And I mean, it's a good Embrace the Void, like it's 3 fate. We see Supernatural Storm get discarded. He has Against the Waves, All and Nothing, Benton's Touch, Clarity, Court Games, Finger, Storm, Walking the Way. So he didn't have another one, he just wanted to use that. That's fair. So that's 1 less Storm. It's going to discard a Bonsai with that Earth Ring. Ooh, the Battle Maiden does attack here, actually. Finds Upholding Authority. He's going for the Void Ring. I expect he's just going to get bowed here. Yep. And then if he plays a conflict character, that will just get bowed as well. Okay, he used the ready one. I feel like I would have used the bowed one. No, never mind. You do use the ready one, because now if he assassinates, he wants to assassinate the bowed one. Yeah, I had it backwards. So it looks like that's going to be it. Interesting. He could have saved that Battle Maiden to defend here. I think going for the attack there was a mistake. We see Demagogue find Feast or Famine, though. Feast or Famine wouldn't do anything here, even if he could break it. Ooh, and he's actually going for the break here with the Supernatural Storm. But again, it's not going to do anything because there is a Finger of Jade here. And I believe he does have another one in hand, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what Unicorn can do to prevent this. Ooh, he does have the Assassinate. So he is going to play that. That's pretty worth it, I would say. You prevent the Void Ring from going off and the Feast or Famine from breaking. It does feel a little bad that you had to assassinate a Zero Fate Scholar. Ooh, he has a Wayfinder, though. But it was the Ready Scholar that used its ability, so the Bowed Scholar still has not used the ability yet. So he's just going to attack a ring and get bowed again. Maybe he just wants to flip over as many provinces as he can. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't really see why you go for this attack unless you do have another... You'd have to have exactly another Wayfinder, I believe. Because spreading the darkness doesn't happen fast enough. He's going to attack Shameful Display here. It's a little bit interesting. Okay, there's the bow. And he passes, so yeah, very strange there. Attacking with the Battle Maiden is fine if you're going to assassinate anyway, but I don't really like playing that Wayfinder to attack when he still had the other bow. I think that was kind of a waste. Ooh, okay. Wow, Shiba Tetsu here for Demagogue. And then 2 Mystics and Uona. The Unicorn player finds a Shiotome Encampment, a Keeper Initiate, another Regulars, and a Border Rider. Using Charge on the Regulars is always good, obviously, but we could actually just see him hard cast that here. He is going to just play the Border Rider, though. He had a lot of Fate. Border Rider with 3 Fate. Okay, the Phoenix player does not have Assassinate in his deck, so this is actually pretty good. Border Rider is definitely... It's got to be the best 2-drop in the game, right? I might be forgetting one, but it's pretty good. So we see Mia Mystic. Uona got bought as well. Unicorn is going to take the passing fate there. I imagine you don't play both Mystics here. So if he is going to play another character, it would be Tetsu, but he only has 4 fate. So I'm not sure if he wants to play that even. I think you maybe just pass here. Yeah, we do see the pass. Ethereal Dreamer use on the Void Ring seems good. He can try to get the fate off of this Nergui here. If you're going to attack with Dreamer, I mean, I guess you do have Finger of Jade. Ooh, Spyglass on Border Rider, strong. He does have the Mystic in play, but using it now means he doesn't get to attack with it. If you attack with Ethereal Dreamer, he can just send you home. Okay, he is just going to Mystic that. I was thinking like maybe attack with Dreamer and Mystic so you don't get sent home, but just going to kill the Spyglass there. Again, you do have the Finger of Jade, but he has 1 Assassinate left. So using that on the send home would be probably risky. Ooh, he's going back at Feast or Famine. If he does break this now, there actually is a larger risk. If Unicorn plays a conflict character, he can pull the fate from Uona. We do know that Demagogue has the other Finger of Jade, though, but using it on Uona seems like not the best use. Ooh, we do see a Talisman of the Sun, though. So he's going to move this to a different province. He didn't defend. I wonder what he's going to move this to. The other 2 are Shameful, I'm imagining. Wait, what are they? Border Fortress. Wait, he's running Appealing to the Fortunes? Ooh, and that is where he's going to move. Wow. So he's going to bring the Regulars into play with this. Interesting. That does mean he loses his encampment tier, but he does have rebuild in his deck, so we could just see that get rebuilt onto... Man, this province row is so weird, though. Appealing to the fortunes and border fortress, no shameful display. That's pretty crazy. I guess he's just going for like a super aggressive deck. We'll see how that works out here. See a pass. Yeah, like you just probably take the break, right? So there come the regulars. The problem with this is like you can't rebuild if all your provinces are broken. I mean, I guess he's I don't know, we'll see what happens. Ooh, we see all and nothing used to resolve the water ring instead of the void ring, so he's actually going to bow the regulars that just came into play. That's interesting. Hover over that card in case you don't know what it does. I mean, it's not the worst card in the world. It makes going for void rings a lot more versatile. Synergy has synergy with what's her name, Atsuko, and I guess Kaede, but nobody plays her. And then if the void ring has fate, but it's not actually like a good effect, you can just take the fate. It's not really a great card though, in my opinion. Like you're kind of just giving up card advantage by having that. Plus you can't recur it with your stronghold. Looks like the border rider is going to attack. Just thinking about the fire ring. I guess that would just be to probably honor one of his own characters, I would imagine. He's all the way down to 5 honor here, which is a little bit low. Who plays the World Cup match at 9 a.m.? Yeah. I mean, it's 11 p.m. where I am, so... I think he did say it was going to be like 9 GMT. Let me go back and check. Oh, he said 8 GMT, and then it changed to 6. But then Demagogue was offline, I guess. I don't really know. 9 for Demagogue, alright. We see no defense here. Wow, interesting. He attacks Shameful. Oh, he's going no, wait. Yeah, he's going political, so the Uona couldn't defend here. Shrine Maiden gets played at home. Not entirely sure why you don't play that into the conflict so that you can use Shameful. There's an Invocation of Ash. The Shrine Maiden drew a Supernatural Storm and an Embrace the Void. Okay, he's going to play Walking the Way to bow the Border Rider here with Uona. Border Rider can just stand herself, though. So he'll need another bow or something. Ooh, finds Konjo District with Walking the Way. Unfortunately, he does not have favor. Yeah, so we do see these stand on the Border Rider, so he is breaking Shameful now. In case he draws Display. Well, I mean, how much do you care about displaying this ring, right? Like, you would rather have Shameful not break, I think. Interesting that he put Konjo on Upholding Authority, actually. Because that's a province that you specifically want to break. He probably doesn't want to risk putting it on Shameful here, since if it breaks, then he loses his Konjo. If he is going to display this, that does give him another ring for favor. And if he can get that, then that's pretty strong. But it definitely feels bad to let this Shameful break for free. But yeah, I don't really know what else he can do. Let's see, he has 4 fate. Yeah, I don't think he can really do anything. If you played a Shrine Maiden into the conflict and then Shameful, that would be enough to prevent the break. But Unicorn would just have to play one more card. Ooh, okay, we see a Wayfinder into the conflict. So he's going to Shameful with this. Ooh, Finger of Jade, though, on the Border Rider. That is pretty strong. So that is going to cancel the Shameful Display, which means this is still breaking now. Okay, he has a Court Games, though. Nice. And, of course, the Unicorn deck does not have any Court Games, so can't trade that. You need another attachment. I guess Assassinate works if he has it. But no, he doesn't have anything, it looks like, so he's just going to pass. So Shameful will not break. He does get the Firing. He's going to re-honor the Border Rider. Okay, that's fair. And he also gets this Keeper Initiate here. So the problem now for Unicorn is that you have potentially 2 military conflicts coming at you here. I think I would probably want to maybe just do a poke attack with the Shrine Maiden. You can probably just go at Border for it, right? What's the Phoenix Stronghold? Ooh, Phoenix Stronghold is Rally, so maybe you don't go at Border for it, because then he just flips your Rally. So yeah, you just go at Feast or Famine, I guess. And then you probably actually want to go Water, because if he goes Water on Military, he can stand up the Regulars. Although then, who would he sack, I guess? You just stand up the Border Rider, I guess, if you go Water. Oh wow, he is going at the Border Fortress. It's weird, because there's a province called Border Fortress, and then there's a holding in Crab called Borderlands Fortifications. Of course, nobody has ever played that card, so... Yeah, so I think he will flip over the Phoenix Stronghold here. He's actually going for the Air Ring, so this will bring Unicorn down to 3 honor. But after this, he can just go for Military Water, right? And then unbow the Border Rider and sacrifice the Regulars. And get at least 1 break. We see double defense? No, maybe not the Keeper. Who's he going to defend with? Like, if you don't defend and you just let this go, you're potentially giving up a province break, and you're definitely going down to 3 honor. But you can swing back with Water, like I said, and potentially getting... I feel like you can probably only get... You can only get 1 province break unless you have some kind of military buff in your hand. But, I mean, one province break, plus you get 2 unopposed, you get Earth Ring and Water Ring, and then you get the favor. Seems pretty good. Like, Unicorn definitely needs to get the favor right to keep this Conjo district offline. Maybe just the Keeper here. Yep, defending with skill 1. Interesting. That prevents the honor loss from unopposed. He is going to flip the rally. So a little bit unfortunate there, but not the end of the world. So we'll see if Demagogue is actually going to go for the break here. Yes, he does play a Supernatural Storm. One potential problem is that Demagogue is going to be second player next turn. He would really like to be first player so he can swing at the Stronghold, probably. I guess he's probably not going to be able to break it anyway, though, so... This is probably fine. And Unicorn can still go for the Water Ring into Earth Ring play. I feel like it's kind of weird that the Stronghold doesn't have to be a participating character. Does the Lion one? I don't remember. Let me check that. Okay, I was afraid I disconnected for a second. Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be participating either. So resolves the air ring there. So Demagogue has 2 rings now. Does he have any way to stop this attack? Ooh, he has an against the waves, okay. And then he can replay the storm? But he just gets... No, he doesn't get sent home because he has the Finger of Jade. Interesting. So maybe he can stop this. If he can stop this attack, that's really, really big because that means he gets favor here. I guess there's always display of power as well. So Unicorn just going to go for the Earth Ring here. He's not even attempting to go for water. So I expect we will see the defense with the Dreamer. Let's see, he has 2 fate. This is military. Like, he's pretty sure Unicorn doesn't have any military buffs left, right? So you just defend with the Dreamer, you Supernatural Storm, and then you Finger of Jade the move home. And he's pretty sure that he doesn't have Assassinate either, and even if he did, he's at 4 honor, so using that would be pretty risky. Plus, Demagogue has another Finger of Jade anyway. Like, there's nothing to think about here, right? You just defend this. Wait, he doesn't defend this? Why do you against the waves the Dreamer then? Oh, I'm so confused. He's just gonna display this maybe, so he gets the Earth Ring. Oh wow, he did have a military buff. He was holding a bonsai that whole time. That's crazy. Does he have display power? I'm just so confused why you unbowed the Dreamer if you're not gonna defend here. I don't know if he has it or not. If he doesn't have display power, then not defending this seems insane. Yeah, he does have display power, okay. So he's gonna go ahead and steal that Earth Ring. So I guess he was expecting the water attack with Nergui. And then you defend that. And then you still have display power for the Earth Ring if you need it. The Earth Ring is going to discard a rebuild. Ooh, wow, and he actually denied both of the military rings, so even if he rebuilded that, he wouldn't have been able to stand here. So he did kind of waste the against the waves, but not really. Whew. Unicorn finds all 3 Tetsuko and a windswept yurt. Interesting. So yeah, he's going to play 1 and then just put 2 fate on it. And then yurt for honor, I assume. Demagogue plays a mystic. What else do you play here? Do you play the Prodigy or the Dreamer? Plays the Prodigy with 2 fate. Okay. He's pretty sure, I guess, that Unicorn's going to use the last Tetsuko here and then yurt, but Unicorn could actually just pass here and take the passing fate as well. But I mean, he could have cavalry reserves. Like, I'm trying to think what he's going to use all that fate on. It's not a huge cavalry reserves, it's just regulars and 1 recruit. It's still pretty big, it's 5 fate. Oh yeah, he does take the passing fate there. Demagogue, man, Demagogue keeps bidding 3. He's really trying to keep that honor pressure on as much as he can. He knows that Unicorn really wants to draw a lot of cards. It would be pretty sick if he had the Karmic Twist here to just take this fate from the Border Rider. Like, Border Rider with Talisman and Invocation, that's something you really want to get rid of as soon as possible. We'll see if he did find that. So Unicorn has the first attack. We see him put a Finger of Jade on this Tetsuko. What is Finger of Jade protecting against here? I think that's actually a mistake. I guess it's protecting against Uona. That's literally the only thing, though. Windswept Yurt gives both players 2 honor. He finds a regulars as well that he can charge if he wants. And he's going to attack now, going at the Kanjo district. Oh, right, Kanjo district. You can finger jade that as well. Almost forgot about that one. So if he does have a charge, he can charge the regulars now. All of Phoenix's cards are going to cost 1 extra here, so Phoenix can only play 1 card since he only has 1 fate. So I think you're definitely going to defend this. It's just a question of who you defend with. This would be 4 here, so that would force him to charge or something similar, and then you just conjure. Oh, I forgot that he has the favor. Although once he uses Kanjo, he won't have the favor. He is winning here, though. So Unicorn will have to make the first move. We see a fine katana. Sure. So if you want to now... Ooh, no, he passes. I was going to say you could Mystic the Finger and then Kanjo. That leaves you pretty vulnerable to charge, though, unless you have a way to bow it with an air card. If he did have an air card, though, that would be a really good play. Because then you just bow that thing when it comes into play. Ooh, Force of the River. That makes it a little bit unfortunate that he was not able to play or use that third Tetsuko. But he did get the passing fate, so it's alright, I guess. We see a pass. Is he gonna go for the break here? Trying to see how he breaks this. He only has 4 cards left in hand, actually. He's already spent 3 cards on this conflict, and Demagogue has not spent any. Okay, we do see the charge. So you definitely conjure the regulars here, right? But then he's going to Force of the River, and that will be enough for the break. Either way, you conjure the regulars so he doesn't get the ability off, since your province is going to break anyway. Yep, that is what we see. So winning by 3 now, needs to win by 5, so Force of the River brings him up to +6. Definitely enough. And again, Demagogue can only play 1 card here. Even using the Mia Mystic on the Fine Katana would not be enough. If he had used the Mia Mystic on the Force of the River before it got used... Ooh, rebuild, Shiotome encampment, that's strong. He could have potentially prevented the break if he did that. This is not looking good for Phoenix, though, I have to say. He's playing an ornate fan now, just spending all of his cards so he doesn't discard any to upholding. Seems good. We'll see what the last one is. This makes it even stronger, though, if Demagogue does have the Karmic Twist for the Border Rider. Ooh, okay, he had an Unleash in his hand, just gonna discard that. Not really sure why he played the fan, actually. I guess he figured that the fan was better than the Unleash, so just played it. Uh, oh, because of the Earth Ring, he does still have one card in his hand, actually. Mia Mystic going to kill the Talisman. And he's going to go for a watering here. What did he use the Dreamer on? Fire, okay. So, yeah, this seems good. If he doesn't defend with Nergui, you just bow him. Just thinking about the defense here. I mean, I feel like Unicorn's just gonna win next turn, right? What would be really good is if he had the reprieve for his regulars here. Let's see, this is military. Going in with 4 skill. I mean, you could just defend with Nergui, I guess, and send the Prodigy home. That is a possible line. You could also defend with Border Rider Keeper Initiate, but then he could just play a Storm or something. Okay, it looks like Nergui... Ooh, all 3 maybe. So you can just stand the Border Rider after this, and you can also stand one of your cavalry, probably the regulars, if I had to guess. He can't attack water now, though. Let's see, 6, 10... Yeah, I mean, I don't think he can break the stronghold on this next attack. So maybe you just go in with the regulars and then save Border Rider for political. Yeah, so we do see the prodigy get sent home here. So defender is super winning. Man, 1 card to 8 though, and 5 honor to 14. If there's anything keeping Demagogue in this game, that is what it is. Ooh, we see a Cloud the Mind on Border Rider. That's pretty strong, actually. And that is also going to bow it. I guess you can play Storm now. Yeah, you can play Storm now to win the conflict. Yep, that is what we see. And again, Unicorn only has 1 card in hand here. If he actually has the third Storm in his hand, he just straight up wins the game. You see a pass. I mean, unless there's like a bonsai or something, I guess. But it would have to be exactly the 1 card that he drew. Man, so much thinking this game. Ooh, he does have the third one. Wow. So yeah, the unicorn player needs to have... Okay, he just uses Shiotome. That's fair. Forgot about that. That does mean he won't be getting another attack, though. Oh, but... Demagogue has a political left, so he can't unbow... I mean, he can unbow Lona, but it won't actually do anything. That's a little bit unfortunate here. He will win the conflict, though. Yeah, it does unbow Lona. So Unicorn will need exactly a conflict character, I guess. We see a GG called here, actually. Oh, wait, Ethereal Dreamer. She was used on the firing. Yeah, so he can just go fire. Never mind. So yeah, the game is still over. Unless, yeah, Unicorn needed to have exactly a conflict character and then attack fire, so Ethereal Dreamer would be turned off. But did not have that, so it looks like that is going to be the game here. We will see a stronghold break on the political attack, and Phoenix will win the game. Very nicely done. Things were looking pretty good for the Unicorn there. Like, his board was just very strong, but you know, Phoenix can just do that sometimes. Like, he just has all the supernatural storms, and he just gets like plus 12 skill, and then he just breaks your stronghold. So I mean, that's kind of why I don't like appealing to the fortunes. Like, you already have you actually have 3 on-break provinces in this deck, and letting them get to your stronghold is a little bit dangerous. Like, I think Shameful is just better. I think you should have 3 court games as well, but not really gonna worry about that as much. But yeah, so congratulations to Greece. They will go up 1-0 in this series. So if one of the other players wins, then they will advance to the finals, and they will play against the winner of Switzerland versus Germany. So yeah, that's going to be it for this game. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.